Welcome, Mobi Dixon. Thank you so much for taking out some time and spending it with me and my Good Up FM family today. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I love to see you on the go. I know you were just in Cape Town, and I'm hoping that you'll come back this festive. I mean, you've given us summer bangers upon bangers, and I'm hoping you'll make a short trip back to the mother city sometime.
Yeah, I had a blast there. I mean, we did 8 shows in the space of 3 days.
Wow.
It was really nice. Hope to be back. I don't know about December. December is filling up.
Yeah.
Schedule is crazy, but definitely January. I want to come back.
Feb is also a great time because it's still summer, it's still warm, beaches are still packed this side.
Yes.
So definitely after Christmas, make sure you come back, okay? So of course, I'm with the award-winning DJ and producer, Mobi Dixon. And you know what, Mobi Dixon, when I consider your career, when I look back at everything you've done, it's been a really interesting journey for you and quite an uphill battle, especially before you release music, right? So before your 2020 release, you experienced so much, like a hijacking, them taking your hard drive. Of course, your wife was put in danger as well. And leading up to this album that you have just kindly and generously released into the world when house was house. Of course, the pandemic is what we're experiencing right now. And for any normal person, I feel like they would just easily give up. So what do you feel motivates you to keep on going when it comes to your music?
I think I've always been driven by the passion, man.
Yeah.
The passion and love, first and foremost of music, and an opportunity to be able to express myself, musically, creatively, so that always keeps me going, that, I can't wait for the next time I have a piece of art I can express and, that can touch people, It's all about connecting with people with the music. So I always look forward to that, and I let that motivate me to put in the work and create those pieces.
And we're grateful, man. We're so grateful. I also recently came across a quote that said, motivation is actually garbage because you can't really wait for the right moment in order to release good stuff. But I feel like the music's within you, especially considering that you've been making music since you were a pre-teenager, in grade 7, in grade 8, out there figuring this out for yourself. So it just kind of feels organic anytime that you do give us music, which you just have this November. Of course, you released another album when house was house. What was your intention in the name of this album, and also the soundscape, which is just so it's an incredible journey to go through. What was the intention behind the name and the sound of this release?
The past couple of years, 2 years, like you were saying earlier, being rough.
Yeah.
They've been really rough on me. So I kind of took a seat back and looked at everything that was happening, analyzed everything that was happening. And I was finding that a lot of people are neglecting house music or turning their backs on house music and forgetting that, house music is actually the foundation of most of all these subgenres that we consume, and locally, from Kwaito right up to Amapiano today, it's all, the foundation is house music, and it felt like people had forgotten that, and people are not giving house music the respect that it deserves. So first and foremost, it's a reminder, of people remember when house was the only thing that mattered. When house gave us so many memories, gave us so many good times. So it's just taking people down memory lane and also highlighting those sounds, the different textures of sounds house music has evolved into over the past 2 decades since it hit our shores. So it's taking those nostalgic sounds and fusing them with current sounds and also just experimenting with future sounds as well. So it was a depicting of the actual soundscape over the years, and also a statement, that let's not forget house music is the mother
Yes, yes. Of course you would say that, but listen, I agree. I'm a big fan of house music, and it just really puts you in such a transcendent state anytime you listen to it, whether it be an album, if you're at a chillers, or you're chilling at a beach party somewhere, especially in the mother city. Like, it's just the sound of summer and the sound of a good time. So you mentioned the textures of sound and the future sound of house music, and there's a huge conversation right now about Amapiano to the world. We see the likes of Durban Gogo traveling in London all around, and Foka as well doing his thing. So what's your contribution to this conversation? Because the first time I saw the title of your album, I was like, is this a jab at Amapiano? You basically when house was real house music, What are your thoughts around this genre of Amapiano and the way it's sort of taken over?
Wow, man, it's really a beautiful thing to watch. Jay.
Yeah.
It's really awesome. I was listening to a statement Kabza made the other day about how my piano started, and he was telling the truth. It started, they were taking our songs, even mentioned City Rains, taking our songs and playing them at the slow tempo.
Yeah.
And that's what inspired them, to then create this whole sound, and now to start creating songs at that tempo. And then came in the lock drum, the Umdu introduced the lock drum, So it's really great, it's like giving birth to a child and watching them grow and be successful. You're proud as a parent. I'm really proud of the whole. I'm really, really proud. And at the same breath, let's not forget, that we are the mother. We gave birth to this, and we should support it and be proud of it. So yeah, man, I'm all behind my piano. But us as the house music pioneers, we need to still stand up for our stuff.
Yes. I love that you say that, because, as OGs, even in the hip hop game, sometimes, they try to be gatekeepers and don't allow the new wave or the new sound to come through. But it's so refreshing to hear you saying, yes, we're the pioneers, but also make room, make space for all these new kids coming through, because the sound is special, and it's definitely giving us recognition in South Africa, which is always a plus for everybody. Everybody's eating right now, which is always so great to see. But like you said, you are a pioneer.
Definitely. It's great. Definitely, it's great, and people mustn't forget, and they mustn't forget that yes, we see this whole wave of these Mapiano exports and so forth.
Yes.
Let's not forget that we did that as South African house. We are the leading house nation in the world. We've done that, and yes, we've still got room to do lots more. And maybe it will be even a ripple effect. Now my piano will open even more doors, and now it comes back to house music. And at the end of the day, it's South Africans representing all over the world.
Yeah. I love that, man. I absolutely love that. I mean, you've spent 13 years in the game, and it's been really great to see your trajectory. It's been so encouraging to see somebody have so much longevity in the game as well, because, we see people fall off along the way. But since the release of City Rains, which is, of course, how the public got to know you way back, you've just kind of given us hit after hit, and it's been really beautiful. But I wanted to chat a bit about success and what that looks like to you, because I know that before City Rains was out, you dropped an album. You said it was a bit of a disaster of an album, Club Culture, but you had 80 songs that was Samro certified, and 100 more songs that you had just back in your arsenal. So what is success actually to you? Is it about the craft? Is it about that radio hit single?
We all view success differently, and there's different levels of it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there's the bottom line of, the financial success, So you can be successful or be satisfied with a certain level of success if you are satisfied with that certain level of financial success as well. I think for me, it's always been about touching people touching people's lives, people that I work with, firstly on these songs, and also the public, So for me, it's a success when I go to a gig and I play my song, and people sing along. People are like,
no, not me losing you at that very moment. Wait. Sorry, Mobi.
Yes.
I literally lost you at that very moment as you were saying you're playing a song in the club. Yes, go ahead.
Like I was saying, there's different levels of success, or different. For me, a success can be just going to a gig, playing my song, and everyone's singing along to my song. I at that moment I feel successful, even though maybe my bank account doesn't reflect that, but that's a success, So there's different levels, man, to success, and it's all relative to us as individuals. But for me, it's just touching people, man, with the music. That's a success for me.
And that must be one of the most beautiful feelings, man, going up and hearing people sing your songs back to you, or jamming, dancing, grabbing a partner, doing their thing. What is that feeling like?
Oh, it's the greatest feeling. It's the greatest feeling ever, It's really rewarding. And also, when you break new music as well, to an audience, and you get a beautiful response. That's also just as rewarding, because you're like, wow, you've created something, and without even people knowing it or hearing it before, you play it to them for the first time, and they respond and they love it. Greatest feeling ever. Yeah.
So let's talk about the album you've just dropped in November, When House Was House. What was the creative process leading up to it? How did you come about with the collaborations? We'll get into the leading single, which of course has the same name, in a bit. But what did that process look like to you, especially given that we're still very much in level 1 of a pandemic? How did it come about?
Yeah, I think the pandemic really affected me, psychologically, mentally. I had a creative block, for the longest time. I couldn't do anything, and it was only up around April, March this year, I started getting back into studio, and then this huge burst of inspiration just came, and I literally put everything else I was doing on hold. I had a few other projects I was trying to get off the ground. I literally left everything and just focused on studio for a solid 6 months.
Wow.
And I came up with about 40 songs.
Sheesh.
And I chose 14 for the album.
Wait, what's that process like? How do you cull through 40 songs to get Oh my God.
It was quite a difficult process.
Yeah.
Because you are working with other human beings, and everyone wants their songs on there. So you have to disappoint some people. But we chose, I chose together with my team. We chose the best songs we thought were best to put forward now, and also spoke to the concept of When House Was House. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, man. Well, you and the team did such a good job at collectively putting together a great piece of work. Let's talk about the lead single, When House Was House, with Mauritian. Of course, we know and love her as a vocalist. We've watched her journey throughout the time. So how did that collab come about? And talk to me a bit about the single.
Wow, it was a really special one, man. A really special one. Like, we've been talking about it for years. We talk about let's work.
Yeah.
So I was almost done, like, with the album. I'd almost chosen like all the songs, and then I had this beat, which I did with Junior SA, and we were like, man.
No, I lost you again. Wait, pause. I lost you again.
Trying to call. Yeah.
Somebody's trying to call you. Okay, no stress. So you were saying that you met up with Junior SA, and then what happened?
Yeah, so we had this beat. They're like, yo, 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 yo. We need something extra special for this one. So it took me a while. Actually, it took me like a month to decide who to give it to. And then I was like, okay, let's try it, Marishan, you know. And damn, she rose to the occasion. Like, she wrote together with Manu Allstar. They co-wrote and they recorded. And it came out so beautifully.
Chef's Kiss. It's amazing. It's such a beautiful track. Like, we are summer ready. I can't wait to just jam to it. But looking into 2022, what can we expect from Mobi Dixon?
2022 is a big one. It's 15 years of Mobi Dixon.
Whew.
15 years of Mobi Dixon. So we've got a lot of plans. I've got another album coming.
Wow.
I've got a documentary coming. Got a TV show I'm planning. Yeah.
When you say a TV show, do you mean like a reality show? Like, we're gonna get the intel, the insight into your life?
My lips are sealed.
Well, hold on to that. Mobi Dixon. We want to see you on our screens is what I'm trying to tell you. And we want to see what your life's all about.
No. The documentary will give you, I want to first take you through my whole journey. You know, so the documentary will be highlighting my whole journey, my whole career. Yeah.
Beautiful, man. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for sharing so generously. We look forward to our summer and 2022 as well. I can't wait to play your track on my show on Saturday. And yeah, have an incredible weekend, I guess. We're already on Wednesday, so you should start rocking now already.
Hey, I need to rest. You
need to rest. You do. For today at least. Thank you, Mobi Dixon. Have a lovely day.
Thank you.
Cheers, man. Bye.
Cheers, bye.
This is Good Hope FM. This is Good Hope FM. We play the best music.